All right, today's snack is fried green tomatoes, but we're gonna go carb friendly, which means carb free, okay? So I've got two nice firm green tomatoes, and you wanna make sure that they are firm so they don't disintegrate whenever you put them in the fryer. So what I'm gonna do is take my knife, and I'm going to cut off the very top. Oh gosh, this knife just slices so easily. A friend of mine actually made this for me, David Beaver at DCB Customs. You rock, man. So I'm going to take this super sharp, awesome knife, and I'm going to cut about a 1/4 inch tomato slices, just like this. And I want to make them nice and hearty. I don't want them too small because we're going to fry them. And of course, tomatoes are made up mostly of water, and we don't want them to disintegrate whenever they get battered and thrown into the olive oil. Okay, so here I have 2 eggs and a little bit of almond milk. So I'm going to go ahead and season it up some with some salt. Just put that in there like this. And I have a fork right here that I'm going to use just to scramble it up. So it doesn't take very much, and it doesn't have to be a perfect scramble. I mean, I'm not cooking scrambled eggs. So it's just enough to incorporate the yolks and the white and the almond milk together. Good, just like that. Okay, I'm going to dry my fork a little bit. And here, in this pie tin, I have about 3/4 of a cup of Parmesan cheese and a tablespoon of almond flour. So I'm going to season this with some salt, but not too much salt. Now be very mindful of it because Parmesan in itself is already kind of salty, so you don't want to overpower it. You don't want to just like kill your palate with salt. However, Parmesan and nutmeg go really great together. It's really soft and kind of warm. It's a lovely spice, but be very careful whenever using nutmeg, and you want to use a very, very small amount. So just enough to complement the Parmesan. So I'm going to do just a really quick little sprinkle, just like that. And that is literally less than half of a pinch of nutmeg. It doesn't take much. Okay, I want some garlic. So I'm going to sprinkle in some garlic powder too, just like this. Because, you know, it's tomatoes, but I'm Italian. We're going to put some Italian spin on it. And I have some Italian seasoning right here as well. Now, to get better flavor from your dried herbs, especially your mixed herbs like this one that has basil and oregano and dried parsley in it, you want to pour it into the palm of your hand, just like this, okay? And then you're going to take the heel of your other hand and crush it. So that way it releases a little bit more of the oils that are already in there in those dried herbs and trapped in. Use my fork and mix it all up. So I have all my herbs already mixed up in my Parmesan cheese and almond flour mix. Look at this. Look at that. So like I say, whenever you can see the flecks of seasoning in your breading, you know it's going to be seasoned really well. You can actually go ahead and give it a little taste. It's really good. I think I want just a little pinch more salt. And that's the beautiful thing about seasoning too, is that you can always add more. You can't really take away. Get a little more salt here. Perfect. Okay. So I have my breading ready to go here. And I have my egg wash right here. So now I want to put some olive oil in the pan. And I don't need too much because we're really searing like both sides of the tomatoes. So I'm going to put about 3 tablespoons of oil in the pan. There we go. That should do nicely. So that was going to give a nice even coating of oil, like just deep enough for it to fry. Okay. And when the oil sheets and runs really, really easily, as it's doing now, you know you're ready for business. Okay. So I'm going to turn the heat up to about medium. I'm going to take one of my tomatoes and just dip it in my egg wash and put it in my Parmesan batter or Parmesan mixture like this. Shake off the excess and lay it down in the oil. And I'm going to repeat this for all of the rest of the tomatoes. Perfect. All right, so my pan is full. As you can see, I've got 5 tomatoes frying up golden brown in there. Okay, I'm gonna rinse my hands. going to get a spatula. Kind of a thin slotted spatula works really, really well. And now I want to check. Okay, so we're starting to get a really nice golden brown crust. And the Parmesan just melts together, and that's what gives it that crispiness, that crispy texture that we're wanting, that we're looking for whenever we fry foods, but we're going low carb. So this is perfect. It's a perfect snack. Okay. I'm going to check another one here. Oh, this is perfect. This is beautiful. I have to show you this because this is amazing. This golden brown is exactly what we're looking for. Okay, so I'm going to continue flipping the rest of these guys. Oh my gosh. So you can smell the Parmesan, you can smell the herbs, the oregano, you can smell the garlic. Oh gosh. It smells almost like my great-grandmother's kitchen, seriously. Check the other side. And I think they're ready to be pulled. All right, so I have my plate right here. And it's time to pull them out of the hot oil. We've got 1, 2, 3. Even lifting them out of the pan like this, I can still feel I can feel how crispy and crunchy that they are. And it's the perfect texture. So when you're trying to eat right, and you want to find short ways to really make the best of your favorite foods, I've got recipes, I've got tips, I've got tricks, I've got everything that's going to satisfy your taste buds and not spoil your progress.